Guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm gonna be making something new. I've never made it before. I found it on Pinterest. So I'm going to make it, and if you guys would like to try it, I am going to post the link. I am going a little bit off what the actual recipe is, just because the sauce is supposed to be this like white wine sauce, and I obviously cannot purchase white wine, so I had to change it up a little bit. But most of it's the same, so it should work pretty well. So one of the first things I am going to do is put some eggs in a bowl, and then I'm gonna stick my chicken into the egg before I cook it. So we're gonna go ahead. I need something I can put the eggs on. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 because I only have, I think, 3 pieces of chicken, so I don't need them to be. Okay, where is? I got my handy dandy towel here. Okay, so and then the eggs. I'm gonna get. All right, I'm going to mix this up. Okay, so we got that. First, I want to make sure I get my pan out. Okay, here's my pan. I'm gonna put my pan over here. Okay. So we're gonna mix, good. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of pepper, just to give it a little extra. Okay, so now we have our chicken. It is the Simply Truth from Fry's. Okay, so first, one of the things, I'm gonna prep the pan. Just get a nice scoop of butter, put it in there. Okay, so so we're gonna take this chicken and dip it into nice little dip here, and then put it in the pan. Okay, and another one. Don't worry, guys, I will move the camera around once everything's in the pan. I just don't have the room to put it in like the exact position of seeing both this and the pan. But don't worry, I will move it around. So now we got this piece into the pan, and then the last piece. Okay, obviously you can do this with as many pieces as you want. Yes, I'm eating for one person, but this is gonna last me a while. I can put it in a salad, I can do whatever. Just because it's going into a sauce doesn't mean that's the only way I can eat it. Chicken is chicken. Okay, so it's all in the pan. Let me kind of switch where the camera is just so you guys can kind of see that process. Okay, so the chicken is in the pan, cooking. So we're just gonna flip. So I know a lot of people like to use, they'll dip it in like flour, which is, you know, fine, totally. If that's your thing, go for it. I don't particularly I didn't want to do that just because I don't have the money to just buy a huge thing of flour. I don't bake that often. I would love to bake a lot more, but again, I don't have all that kind of money just to spend on random baking stuff. And eggs is something that I get on the regular basis because I use them all the time. Like the leftover stuff that I use to dip this in, I'll probably cook that after all this and put it in the fridge, and then I can actually eat it tomorrow. But with flour, I use all this flour that has raw chicken on it, and you know, it's not like I can cook the flour, so it's just easier for me to use eggs. Or you don't have to use anything. You can plop the chickens in here, put some salt, perfectly fine as well. There's no specific, like, you have to do this. Literally the only thing you have to do is make sure the chicken is cooked, because otherwise you will get really sick. So that's probably the only, like, for sure thing you have to do is make sure the chicken is cooked so you don't get sick. So that's cooking. I'm gonna turn my fan on. Okay, so I actually realized a little too late that I had the camera the other way, so the video is probably gonna be vertical for a little while, but now we're back. So the chicken has been cooking. I'm getting a beautiful brown color, getting all the juice out, all of that. It's not completely cooked yet, but we still have lots of stuff to add to this pan. So, and I don't want it to get really dry. So, and I turned the heat off just while I'm adding these couple of ingredients. Obviously it's still really hot, but I don't want it, like I said, to be cooking while I'm trying to add all of this stuff in. So next thing we are going to add actually is some chicken broth. Again, this is a sauce, so it's going to be needing a lot more than usual. It's not like, oh, a little dash. Like, it's going to be quite a bit because it's supposed to cover the whole pan. I'm going to pour over the chicken just so we can kind of mix in with it. Good. This I got at Sprouts. It's just the Kroger, but it's the less sodium. So yeah, and then we're actually gonna add some apple juice. So this is my trade. Instead of having white wine, I'm gonna be having some apple juice, but again, it's light, so it's not gonna be a ton of sugar because that's not good for you. I'm gonna pour that in. All right. Again, it's not gonna look identical to the recipe, but it's okay. I think it's still gonna taste good. Add some salt. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add these in whole because when they cook, they get super small. So I feel like there's no point to just cut them all. Okay, add those. And then as they get smaller, I'll add a couple more in. And then last minute, I kind of decided that I wanted some asparagus in here. So we're gonna go ahead and add some asparagus. Not all of it, because I want some for later in the week. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut the ends. Scrap bag. So just gonna get my trash bin out. I'm gonna have to throw it away anyway. So get another little handful here. And the reason why I'm not putting too much in here is because it's not like asparagus is the only food in here. Obviously there are a lot more. So now I'm gonna go ahead and turn my oven back on. Not my oven, my stove. My bad. Okay. Put this back in the back. Put it back in the fridge. Alright, now the stove's coming back on. Let it soak. I'm trying to get it into the sauce here if possible. Okay, some of it's in, some of it isn't. Like I said, it's all gonna kind of shrink down a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of let it all heat back up, let the mushrooms get in there, and take some time for all of it. It's just kind of just so you guys can kind of see what it's doing. I know you can't quite see the actual pan while the camera's over there. You kind of just see me putting things into the pan. But this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it's finally starting to heat up. We got our mushrooms, our asparagus, and obviously our chicken. Look at that beautiful golden brown color. I will keep flipping the chicken, but like I said, I just wanted everything to start cooking. Like I said, the mushrooms, as they start to cook, are going to shrink up, so it won't be taking up as much room. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like from my point of view, rather than all the way over there on the other side of the counter. Okay, so I just checked and cut into some of the chicken to make sure it's cooked, because that's most important when you're doing, you know, things like this, where you're not just putting it in an oven and okay, bye for 15 minutes or so on. You know, you want to make sure that everything is cooked, because that's most important. It might not be the prettiest, it might not be the best recipe ever, but that doesn't really matter if you get sick from the chicken. So as everything is done, I will show you guys a view of what it looks like. Again, it is not identical to the recipe that I'm following. The one thing I would change is maybe next week using like a cream of mushroom or something like that, just to give it more of that thicker feeling rather than just liquid sauce juice type of thing. But I think it's going to taste really good with the apple juice and the broth kind of mixed together. And I think that's going to taste really good soaked into the mushrooms and the asparagus as well. Here's what it looks like. So I got my 3 pieces of chicken, my mushrooms, and my asparagus in the sauce. Gonna go ahead and see how it all tastes. And yeah, I hope it tastes really good. It honestly looks absolutely delicious, and I feel so healthy, So I hope it tastes good. Hey guys, so I just finished my meal. Just wanted to come on here super quick, let you guys know how it was. It was absolutely delicious. The vegetables really soaked up the broth and made it like this sweeter taste. And then the chicken was absolutely cooked to exactly how I like it. It was not too dry. Obviously was not undercooked, because if it was, I'd probably be throwing up right now. It was absolutely amazing. The only thing for next time I go to the grocery store and I want to try this again, I'll probably add some like the heavy cream that they said to put in there. Most of the other stuff that I didn't put in there was just that kind of the seasonings like Dijon mustard, onion powder, stuff like that. And then maybe try it with green beans. That might be really good. But yeah, overall, it was super delicious. I have 2 pieces of chicken left that I'm going to try to kind of put in little Tupperwares for the remainder of the week. Kind of like a meal planning type of thing. I'm not quite sure yet, just because there are other recipes I want to try too. So I just kind of want to see how that fits all together. But yeah, overall, it was absolutely delicious. You guys should definitely try it. Like I said, I'm going to post the actual recipe below. So please go check it out. If you happen to try it, comment below, let me know how yours turned out. All of ours are going to end up different, so if it doesn't look like mine, it's not a big deal. If it looks better than mine, congratulations, but please don't poop on what mine looked like. It was still absolutely delicious. You know, somewhat of a low budget type meal, and like I said, now I have leftover chicken for the rest of the week. I can put it in a salad, I could maybe shred it up, that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button. All right, that's it. Have a good one.